Welcome to PhD&D on YouTube, and this is a response video to Tim, Samwise 7 RPG, on the illusion of choice and what that means in a game, my thoughts on it, and some recommendations that I have, or a technique that I use to kind of get over that. And I'm going to start with saying that I used to be one of the worst GMs for this. When I discovered the illusion of choice, it was like a way out. You know, when you're just starting out, you're like, oh, I could just, have either way, A or B, be the same thing, and they will never know. And so it seems on the surface like a good thing. And now, with more experience under my belt and playing more, I'm against it. And here's why. You're going to have more fun as a GM if you don't know what's going to happen either. That's where improv, and some preparation comes in, so you're comfortable no matter what they choose. But you're going to enjoy the game more. They're going to enjoy it more if their choices actually matter. And there's a couple ways to kind of highlight this. Sometimes after a game, and you may or may not agree to do this with your players, but my players will say, what would have happened if we had chosen, this way? And so we'll talk about it at a game because I know it won't influence them in-game at all. We'll say, well, if you would have gone, with choice A, this would have happened. And they're like, oh, wow, I'm glad we went with this choice, or man, we should have done that. And then it actually seems like what they're choosing matters. So you can talk about it at a game. Another way to get over it as a kind of a personal tip that I've discovered is you put a lot of time into planned events sometimes. If you plan a big encounter or you get a really good idea and you kind of want to run with it, that's why sometimes people say don't prep too much, because you'll be disappointed if it doesn't happen. Well, one thing I like to do in that case is recycle my planned events as templates if they're not used. So by that I mean if I had a planned event, and so let's say I planned A and B, but I put a lot of work into A and I was hoping they chose it, but they went with B. Well, I still want them to make their own choice, so in my head I know that I'm going to recycle whatever was A and use it somewhere else, maybe in a couple weeks, maybe in a couple months. But I recycle it just as a template. You don't want the same exact thing to happen no matter what later on. But if it was a cool encounter that I enjoyed, I'll take it, use it as a template for something down the road, and kind of throw it back in as an option, but looking differently. So their choice still mattered, but you still get the enjoyment that you're getting to use a lot of your things. So that's just kind of my thoughts and my advice on the topic. Great topic, Tim, and thank you for watching.